There's one more thing that I wanted to introduce to you all. Let's see if I can make my screen a little bit bigger. Okay. So I was contacted a couple weeks ago by a superintendent. His name is Graydon Hicks. Right here, I have him here. And I'll be sharing all this information with you. It's on the website, but I wanted to have a conversation about it. I've been trying to figure out how to get this information out to parents because it is important. And then I got sick and like it's just been crazy. So I hope that this is the best way to do this. Okay. So I was contacted by this gentleman, Graydon Hicks. He's the superintendent of Fort Davis ISD. And he introduced me to an opportunity for public and private school partnerships. And I went to his website and checked it out. And I followed the link to the Texas Education Agency. And I thought that it was very interesting. So a partnership like this, let me just read for you a couple of the key benefits. What it does is it provides additional funding. Participating in the program unlocks funding, which will be directly invested in enhancing our educational opportunities and facilities. And it also improves community collaboration, will open avenues for communication and collaboration across the local early childhood community. And this will further enrich our resource pool, our shared professional development for our teachers. So what this basically is let me scroll down to here so we can, okay. There we go. So this is his information on his website. It says Fort Davis ISD has begun to establish early childhood education partnership agreements with various private schools in the area. These partnerships are recognized legal agreements that allow Fort Davis ISD to increase their enrollment in an effort to increase state funding. The partnerships are mutually beneficial to both Fort Davis ISD and the partner organization. Extra funding that these new students generate with their attendance is split with the partnering organization. So that's where the additional funding to support our facilities and other areas that we will be supported comes in, okay? So it says Fort Davis ISD supports that organization with staffing and other resources. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you all. I do have a parent survey because I want to get your input, but I do want to go over some FAQs and what this means because I know it's something completely new. So what is the purpose of this partnership? The partnership aims to enhance our educational offerings by collaborating with a Texas school district. In this case, in our case, it would be with Fort Davis ISD, and providing additional funding and resource optimization for the benefit of our students. And number two, how will the partnership impact the school's operation? The partnership will bring additional resources and expertise to our school, but the fundamental day-to-day operations will remain exactly the same. So will my child's school location change? No, there will be no change to your child's school location. If we were able to become a partner with Fort Davis ISD, we're still STEAM Preschool located in El Paso, Texas at Weston, Brent, and Barranca. Will there be any changes to the school staff or teachers? No, everything stays the same. Your child's teacher and staff will remain the same. How will this partnership impact my child's daily routine and experience? Your child's daily routine, environment, and experience at our school will continue as usual. Will classroom sizes increase? No, everything stays the same. And so with number 7, let me just pause. So what this partnership that the Texas Education Agency is encouraging school districts to create with private schools is basically private schools are being encouraged to partner with a school district such as Fort Davis ISD. So that way it expands the district's ability to serve younger children, your early childhood, which is us. That's what we do. So for our, this would not be for our toddlers. This would be for our 3 4, 5, and then some of our 5-year-olds have already turned 6. So basically 3 and up. And if the child qualifies, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a couple of seconds, then basically it's just a matter of a couple of signatures on a registration form. And so on paper, the child is enrolled in Fort Davis ISD, and it's like a dual enrollment, I guess, and STEAM preschool. Like nothing changes. They're still a student at STEAM preschool, but on paper, they are also a Fort Davis ISD student. I kind of picture like we're a satellite campus, so like a branch of them. But again, nothing changes. Teachers are the same. I'm still there. Curriculum doesn't change. Hours don't change. Tuition doesn't change. Like everything remains the same. It's just this partnership provides an opportunity for us to be able to receive additional funding to improve our school, to improve resources, the teaching resources, professional development, and additional technology and things like that. Okay, so I will continue with number 7. What additional paperwork is basically their registration form is shorter than mine. It's like 2 pages and then like a student information sheet that we would need. And then I think a lot of this I already talked about. Will the curriculum change? No, it stays the same. Except I think with additional resources, we'll definitely be able to enrich and buy more things in terms of curriculum. Will there be any change in monthly fees? No. How will the additional funding be used? I kind of already talked about this as well. Additional fundings will be strategically utilized to enhance our educational programs and facilities. My goals are to enhance our playgrounds, technology. I know at Weston Brent, we have an interactive education floor, and I'd like to get that into at the school at Barranca as well in our back room. And staff development opportunities will be able to pay for more of that and collaborate with the staff development that Fort Davis ISD has as well. So how will the quality of education be maintained or enhanced through this partnership? So our commitment to provide high quality education will be strengthened by utilizing the additional resources and expertise from the partnership. There will be will there be a change in school hours or dates? I've kind of already talked about that. No. Everything stays the same. And is this partnership a short-term collaboration? It's basically year to year. Every year we would relook to see if we want to continue with the partnership. So I just kind of wanted to introduce this to you all. It's something that is brand new. I'm kind of excited that he found us and reached out to me because it looks like an opportunity that can provide some great resources for the school and for the kids. And so that I will be sharing this page with you also. You can read through it. It has the FAQs are there. This is directly from the Fort Davis ISD website. And it also has a link there to the TEA website that talks about these partnerships that they're encouraging. And so the only thing that I would need is, because I need some feedback from you all once you it kind of soaks in, because I know it's a lot of information. But I couldn't think of any better way to get this out to you all, and especially since it's being recorded, so I can share this even more. Okay, so I will need the parent survey from as many of you all as possible. Your feedback is crucial to seeing if this opportunity is even possible, if it's something that we're going to pursue. And so with that, I will go ahead and open it up to, are there any immediate questions? I know it's a lot to take in, but if there are any immediate questions, that would help me a lot to get your feedback.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, I work for a local school district and I support attendance and all the funding. So I'm very excited to hear this. That's
Yay!
awesome. But with that being said, are the students in the pre-K 3 and the pre-K 4 going to be held against towards the Texas compulsory attendance?
No, not with this. Not with this. So basically, what Dr. Hicks explained to me is we continue with how we run our school. And I've always explained to parents that because we are a private school, if they're going to take a vacation or if their child's sick or something like that, they're not going to get like kicked out. There's no compulsory or anything like that. What happens with this partnership is basically whatever we would just keep track, we just keep attendance, and then whatever the hours work out to is how the funding translates, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I see. Okay, yeah, it does. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Good question. This is what I need to hear. Any other immediate questions?
But I have a question. As for like the funding, and I guess kind of like what like Fort Davis ISD is going to kind of bring to the table is they're on the verge of bankruptcy. So I don't know, as for like they've basically cut their budget by like $500,000. So I don't know what they're going to be doing to help us versus mostly you helping them. So I don't know how the resources are going to be best for the STEAM kids versus the STEAM kids helping out the Fort ISD kids. Which
Right.
I mean, I'm totally for that, but
Yeah. No, so what I understand is, and again, we're still kind of exploring the possibility, and it all comes down to how many STEAM students would qualify, because all the students can enroll if they wanted to fall under a public school system as a 3 and 4-year-old. And then when you go and register for like kinder or first grade, then those records would follow you, and it's super easy to just jump into your public school system if that's the way that you all wanted to go. But depending on how many kids qualify for the funding, what happens is they take that number, because each child is, the government provides a certain dollar amount.
right.
And then what the school district does is they split that in half. So let's just say, I'm not sure on all of the numbers or anything like that, but let's just say if it's $60,000, then STEAM preschool would get $30,000. And some of the things that they fund are, it can be salary. And if we were able to do that, then it would also provide the STEAM teacher that is employed by Fort Davis ISD. They would also get the benefits of Fort Davis ISD, which would include like healthcare and different perks like that. So it'd be salary, technology, and then also lease payments are things that those funds can go towards.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's basically half. We get 50% because they're providing us the opportunity and we're providing them with the students. So and then they're also providing us with the professional development and other resources that the district has.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. What qualifications do they need to meet in order to?
Great question. So that is in the survey. And that's why I put the survey together, not only to get your all's feedback, but also to get an idea of how the kids would qualify for the funding purposes. And I only have a few minutes here, so I'm gonna just go through this really quick. And there's a few sections on the survey. If I can get it to open, here it goes. So as you get into the next section here, this is what it looks like. As you get into the next section, basically the different ways that we've slated for them to be able to qualify is military. So and it's all in the survey, so you'll be able to see it in there. So it's military service or reserve, also by economic, and then also by their home language. So if their home language is something other than English, usually in El Paso it might be Spanish, or it could be another language, then those are the ways that they qualify. There's also other things like homelessness and migrant and things like that as far as the public school system goes. But I think for our students, most of it is going to be whether they're military or not, economic, like their household income, and then also the home language. Okay, so I wanted to introduce this to you all. I will be sharing all of this information, this page, as well as the sign up page for the Fall Festival. I'll be getting all of that out to you. but I did want to kind of introduce it. I'm not really in any kind of rush. I really want your feedback on this opportunity. And obviously, if it makes sense, then it would be great to be able to have more funding for the school and things like that. But if it doesn't, then that's fine as well. We'll continue as we are. Okay, and I have I'm getting a countdown now. They want me to upgrade. So about a minute and a half. If there's not any more questions, then I will leave you all to your evening. Thank you so much for taking time out of your evening. And I hope you enjoy the rest of it.
Thank you, Miss Rita.
Okay, thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening.